was my kid that he was talking about, that I'd be in fucking prison.
Yeah, this guy's a weirdo.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That is weird.
Ghost Politics sent $2.
That's for $2. Thank you. Their $2 went so far, no one gives a fuck around here.
Oh yeah, no one gives a fuck around, man. He's fucking, look at this guy. He's fucking high on shit, drunk. What a fucking DJ. No!
Johnson sent
No!
$3.
Take that
Joshua
shit off!
lives at 102 Meadow Creek Drive, Drake, Massachusetts 01826.
They're doxing somebody.
Look, he knows at the docks. Look, this fucking idiot knows at the docks. What a moron. All right, what are you getting out of here? Come on, what are you doing? You going back in the bar? He's going back in the bar. What bar is he at? What bar is this?
Yeah, they've been losing, bro. We've been losing I know. It's been a rough streak, huh?
Yeah, what bar is this? Somebody. Wait a minute, why the fuck are they playing Sade? This guy looks like he should be robbing you at gunpoint in the middle of fucking Skid Row somewhere, and they're playing Sade?
When I left the last bar, they were down by like a run.
Oh, wait. What's the bar? What's on Elsinore? What is that? I can't. 31019 Riviera. Some shit. He's fucking $56.
Okay. I don't know how to do it.
All right. Does somebody know the bar? Does somebody know the bar? Tell me what the bar is. I'll call it right now. Did somebody? There was part of the address there. Is that it? All right, hold on. We got it. All right, let me see if we can do this. Hold on, let me see if we can do this here. No, take that shit off! God damn it, take that shit off!
26 County Road 40. Butler,
God damn it, man! Cut the shit with the fucking dogs, you fucking moron! Hold on, I'm gonna get it right now. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got here.
Hello?
Yeah, is this the bar?
Hello?
Yeah, is this the bar? Is this the bar here or the bar? What the fuck? What the fuck? I thought that was the bar. That wasn't the bar. Whoever gave me that fucking number, that wasn't the goddamn bar, asshole. All right? That wasn't the fucking bar. And by the way, why is that shit doing? Shut that shit off. All right, wrong number. Where's the number? Somebody post the fucking number, man. Okay, there's the damn number. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Let me see if we can do this here. All right, Jesus Christ. All right, I think this is the number. This at least arrogant bastard says it is. All right. That was Phil? Oh.
O'Hara, this is Marcy speaking.
Hey, can you give me the phone to the guy that's got... Hey, wait! Hey! What, these people can't hear me or what the fuck, dude? Oh, God. Somebody call. I obviously can't call or some shit. All right? I obviously can't call, so... Jesus Christ, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is that shit? No, don't call the cops, dude! No! No, don't call the cops! No! Stop! Stop this bullshit! Don't call the cops, dude! This guy's gonna fucking kill me! Are you kidding me? This guy's gonna fucking pull out his cuete! Don't do it! Don't! No, please don't! Dude, no! Oh, what, he left? Oh, he's ending it. Dude, he saw what you idiots were doing. You see this? He ended the fucking stream. He saw what you assholes were doing, you son of a bitch. Y'all started bragging about it in his chat room, and he said, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out of here. And by the way, that was courtesy, the raid we just had was courtesy of Rare Bastard, all right? I didn't want to raid Pippa, so we found Scribbles, all right? All right, let's go. Kurt Johnson just said, here's a live stream you can raid. Well, let's take a look at it. Put the PC shot on.
They'll put into power.
Oh, well, a rabbi? No, dude. This could be a hate crime.
Generation.
This could be considered a hate crime, dude. No, don't do this.
Where the people have gone to the point
I do not condone this.
Where they rather, who said in the Zohar Kadosh that the generation before Mashiach comes.
Did you know that the Talmud told me to donate $400 to Ghcst?
And the same teachings was elaborated and explained because
do
of
I know him? I don't know him. What is this? Put the PC. No, not this. Not Elvis head, dude. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Rocco?
He's going to get upset, dude. He's going to get fucking upset, dude. Fucking Elvis head. Elvis head was introduced to us by Ghcst, by the way. By the way, the June thing didn't happen.
Listen, if you guys are not making sense in the video, if you're not making sense in your comments, I'm not going to acknowledge you.
Uh-oh. He's getting a little upset. He sounds a little under the weather.
I'm talking, the people know who I'm talking about.
He's getting upset. Schizophrenic ball Santa. Here, give me a smoke.
Yeah, folks, listen. There's a few trolls in the chat, or the same troll, just having different channels. Just ignore them.
Lazy Dude says, I love Elvis head.
Oh, it's a Ghost Politics show. That's so funny. Yeah.
Who sold me out? Fucking.
Oh, it's gonna happen. To all the trolls in the chat, like I said, you're going to be licking up your own vomit.
Whoa!
Every bad thing you've ever said, every bad thing ever said about me, you're gonna vomit it out, and then you're gonna suck it up.
Sounds
for
like
the
some
rest
coke.
Of your life,
this sounds like some major schizophrenic. Come listen to him. Listen to him.
You pieces of trash.
Was he mimicking me?
Yeah, just ignore the trolls, folks.
And cheers to Well Norwestern. Turtlehead, cheers to you.
Ozzy swapped his consciousness into young blood. What's that mean? What is young blood? What does that mean?
That's his fucking, like, son-in-law.
Are you
or
saying,
shit.
like, into a batch of blood?
No, isn't that the dude that proposed to Kelly Osbourne in the backstage of that one concert, his last concert? He left all his money to him.
Hogan's first time, huh?
He left all his money to him.
When was Hulk Hogan's first contract?
When was his first contract?
I think you're talking about, well, his first he debuted in 1977.
Well, there's some
under the name
shit.
Super Destroyer or something like that. I'm not sure.
Now he's doing the numbers. Now he's doing the numbers.
I wasn't wrong. I told you guys. It's
look.
a 1,000,000% my predictions are going to happen. I just didn't know the year. I've already explained that. I know the dates, the players, the places. I just don't know the year.
He doesn't know the year.
But for sure that it has to happen next year because it had to connect.
Oh, it's got to happen next year.
Go watch the live streams.
Some of his viewers said that's what he said last year.
Pieces of garbage over here in the chat. You lazy, filthy trolls.
He's fucking
Go to the
pissed.
live section of this channel
He's
and
pissed.
watch all my recent live streams. Okay, except for
He's
the last
fucking
one. I'm gonna
pissed.
delete that one right now as soon as it loads.
Is this what retirement looks like? Let's go ahead and continue here. Put the PC shot on. Once again, Cat Cans. He's talked a little bit about Atlas, this 3-eye Atlas that's whizzing through our solar system. Apparently, it's on a potential trajectory to hit Mars, apparently. But that's if it doesn't change its trajectory, all right? These are all estimations, by the way. And the whole idea of it being alien, it's just being proposed as this is something that we haven't seen other than 2 times before. I think the last time we saw something like this, it actually hit, what was it, Jupiter, right? Back in like 95, I think. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but this like object that went right into Jupiter caused a massive ripple effect on its traditional, color system scheme that it has as a planet. So I was very freaked out. So this is only one of 3 times we've seen something like this, and we don't know where it's headed. So that's why there's a lot of guesstimations on what it's gonna be. So anyway, let's get to Cat Can's video. I don't want to make this science fiction hour, but I just want to caution everybody that it could be just a fucking massive piece of a supernova or some shit or some kind of who knows. But it's coming through our atmosphere at a very rapid speed. So that's why there's nothing like this that they've seen, and that's why they're suggesting it could be something that could have been shot at us or shot in the direction of the solar system, or it could be, I don't know, a mothership or some shit. I don't know. I tend to believe it's a huge fucking comet, so... By the way, folks, I've been doing the official True Conservative, True Capitalist Radio and the Ghcst Show for almost 20 fucking years, all right? So just FYI, if you're wondering, there's a lot of history of old Ghcst over here, baby. That's the way it is. Anyway, Ghcst wipes on with a rumble rant. You need tequila. Jupiter, that's great. What is this? Devious Dave, I want to put my giant object in Uranus. Very funny there, Devious Dave. Ram Ranch Cowboy, Tard Song Parody. Great. Thanks a lot. Everybody was fucking jamming to it. I don't know why you're fucking calling it a Tard song. Fucking Tards. I got your Tard, all right? And Ram Ranch Cowboy, how are people rating that a 10 out of 10? I could admit it to be a great parody if it was executed by someone who isn't a Tard. So what in tardation are you talking about? And by the way, did y'all hear this latest, what do they call it, Mandela effect? Whenever you hear what in tarnation, what's the first animated character you think comes to mind? It's Yosemite Sam, right? What in tarnation? Believe it or not, Yosemite Sam didn't say that ever. All right, never said it. Never said what in tarnation, ever. And that's what everybody just comes to mind when you think of what in tarnation. Never said it. So, unbelievable. And Zombie McAfee, pray for Hawaii. Dude, did Hawaii get hit up? Oh, Jesus Christ, I hope not. Hold on, dude. Did Hawaii get hit up by the tsunami here? Because I knew that we had a horrible earthquake off the coast of Russia. Yeah, it's the latest. After an 8.8 earthquake, tsunami issued for Hawaii, Japan, Alaska. Supposedly here in another hour or so, it should be hitting up San Francisco. Please keep us up to date on if there's anything happening in any of those areas, man. We please pray for those people, because we certainly don't want tsunamis taking out massive amounts of people. That's the last thing that we need at this point in time. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This was, I guess, like about 20 or 30 minutes ago. This is out of Japan. Put the PC shot on it. I mean, I'm sorry to get serious here, but this is not a joke.
に打ち上げられているものとみられます。今回の津波との関連というのは情報が入っていませんけれども、千葉県館山市の海岸、クジラが打ち上げられている様子がわかります。
They're whales! Oh my God, they're washing up whales!
映像で見えている限りで3頭のクジラが
Holy shit, they're massive whales that are being washed up, dude!
海に打ち上げられているものとみられます。
This is not good, dude. This is absolutely not good. Here, let me try to see if I can find any more footage here. Unbelievable. Uh-oh.
I'd buy that for $1.
And what is it now, Jay said? This is not the fucking time to be sitting here trolling, you fucking jerk dick. Death Stranding? What the hell does that mean, Jay Sev? All right, folks, here, put the PC shot on. This is out of Japan here. You can see the wave starting to build up. Prayers for the folks in Japan right now. I'm not even joking around, man. Prayers to the folks in Japan right now. This is not looking good. Yeah, this is not looking good at all. Man, I don't want to see. I don't care, who it is. This is just, it's a horrible natural disaster here. Anyway, let me just continue, folks. My apologies to everybody out there that's a part of this. Yeah, here's the we just showed those waves. Looks like that's the extent of the modern, or I should say the up to the date footage. Let's take some numbers. How about 510 Radio Graffiti?
Hello, can you hear me, Ghost?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, you want to know who I am?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Scooby Jew.
You're Scooby Jew, huh? You're the guy. Are you the one fucking posting my fucking voice with all the N-words?
Hey, lower your fucking voice to me, little boy.
Are you the one fucking doing it is what I'm asking. Are you the one doing it?
No, the fuck I'm not, you dumb fuck.
Well, then why are you donating it? Are you trying to rub it in my face like I'm some fucking dog that just took a shit on the fucking carpet or some shit?
Hell the fuck I am. Damn right I am, little boy.
Dude, you get this guy out. This guy he sounds so old. He probably has Jesus' fucking pager number, for fuck's sake, dude. Put the PC shot on. What do we got? Oh, 15 and a half inches of pure imagination with 20 beers. And 15 and a half inches of pure imagination said possible reason why Trump won't release the Epstein list. Here's the hint. JFK. Well, I'll tell you why, but let's see what this video is. Courtesy of 15 and a half inches of pure imagination. All right, let's see what the
Imagine
hell
a
this
world where the U.S. government knows that children are being trafficked. And not just trafficked, abused, ritualistically and systematically. Imagine the victims testified. They named names. They provided evidence, flight logs, locations, dates, and photographs. Now imagine those victims who spoke up were silenced for doing so. And those they accused, well, they became even more powerful, or they simply disappeared. Far-fetched and hard to imagine, I know, but bear with me. Today we're going to talk about a time when that happened, and not that time, another time that happened.
Hey, I'll get to you in a minute.
The Franklin scandal.
TCR1
I'm
fresh.
King Trout, and this one isn't going to be fun.
Now, the Franklin scandal, for all those that don't know, was an unearthed pedophile ring that was unearthed in Franklin. I forgot the state, but all involved politicians and, very important people and that sort of thing. So
let's begin at the top. Lawrence E. King Jr. wasn't your average credit union manager. He wore silk suits, and he hosted private jet parties. He even sang the national anthem at Republican conventions.
Something around
King had ties to some of the most powerful people in the country at the time. He also managed the Franklin Community Credit Union, which was a small-time bank in northern Omaha.
I think that cars are going to go up regardless. That's why, cars are a big deal. Anyway, let's play this. Cheers to Devious Day.
Nebraska meant primarily to serve the local black community.
Nebraska.
Things got a bit fishy in the mid-'80s since the credit union was handling $40 million in assets, and King was living like a Saudi prince. He reportedly spent approximately $10,000 a month on travel and entertainment expenses, had luxury clothes flown in from Europe, and rented multiple properties both in Omaha, Nebraska, as well as Washington, D.C. He was getting paid a salary of $16,000 a year at the time. A 1988 audit by the National Credit Union Association found massive discrepancies.
Of course.
There were missing funds, phony loans, shell companies, but the investigation, while looking for embezzlement, stumbled upon something
a fucking pedophile ring.
Much more sinister.
A fucking pedophile ring.
In 1988, the Nebraska State Senate developed a committee to investigate the crimes committed by the credit union and by King. This committee was led by State Senators Loren Schmidt and Ernie Chambers. The committee investigated the financial crimes committed by the credit union and King until December 12th, 1988, when Senator Chambers received an allegation from a source who
child
has never been
pedophile
named,
trafficking ring. I'm not
claiming
kidding.
allegations of physical and assault against children. Just a few days later, on December 19th, 1988, members of the Foster Care Review Board stepped forward with more allegations they had received from children related to physical and assault tied to the credit union and the King himself. The committee hired an investigator, Jerry Lowe, a former Lincoln policeman to investigate these
This is a
crimes.
very feels
By
bad
July
video
of
there, 15 and a half
1989,
inches
Lowe
of
had
pure
compiled
imagination.
a mass of secondhand evidence, primarily including witness testimony related to the accusations of abuse. He also found financial records that tied the Omaha chief of police with King, proving that he had spent time at one of King's properties in Washington, D.C. However, since this evidence was primarily secondhand, there wasn't anything
You know what,
physical
Jack,
or
is
concrete.
okay. I'm not even reading
Senator
that.
Schmidt feared
You're
they
a
wouldn't be
fucking
able to make
piece
any
of shit for
convictions.
even making a joke about that.
Senator
you fucking
Chambers
sick piece
stepped
of
down,
shit.
as did investigator Lowe. In August of 1989, the committee hired a former state patrolman, Gary Caradori, to handle the investigation. This is when things took a far darker turn.
Yeah, it certainly
Caradori
did.
made it his goal to find potential victims who may have been too afraid to step forward on their own. One of the first accusers that he found was a man named Paul Bonacci. And before you even say it, I know technically that should be pronounced Bonacci, but Paul pronounces it Bonacci, so that's how I'm going to say it. Whatever, it's his name.
Stop making fucking dry-witted humor. And dude, King Trout, this was absolutely inappropriate. Just fucking say your story and stop trying to pretend that you're fucking, some asshole on Friends.
Located just outside of Omaha is a place called Boys Town. It was once a symbol of American compassion. It was founded in 1917 as a home for at-risk youth. Multiple witnesses, however, including Bonacci himself, claimed that Boys Town was being used as essentially a recruiting ground. He claimed that he and other Boys Town kids were being trafficked out of the orphanage to high-level events. Not just creepy, eyes-wide-shut parties, but coordinated trafficking rings involving handlers, photographers.
And by the way, this mirrors what the hell the Epstein look, I've done enough research to recognize the reason Trump is trying to do everything that he can, even considering pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, is because Trump was a part of the trafficking of whatever the fuck, in my opinion, whatever the fuck Jeffrey Epstein was doing. And the fact that he said today, Trump said today in a press conference that, we had to kick him out of Mar-a-Lago, and it's because he was, trying to, poach on my employees. And he started talking about that Jeffrey Epstein, I'm talking Trump, poached on his Mar-a-Lago spa employees. And the Mar-a-Lago spa employee was like 16 or 17 years old. McGuthrie, which unfortunately just got killed, which was just eliminated. McGuthrie, that's the woman, or that was the little girl that was working at the spa at Mar-a-Lago that Trump admitted to. And I think people need to look into not just Trump and Epstein, because I think that this network that Trump was a part of brings together a man by the name of John Casablancas. Now, John Casablancas, believe it or not, was a huge modeling agency in the early 90s, and specifically going into teenage modeling. And there's a video of Trump. As a matter of fact, I'll show it now, since we're talking about this. All right, there's a video of Trump sitting with John Casablanca, looking at teenage girls, whether or not they're going to be modeling in, some teenage modeling pageant of some sort. Okay, and I'm not joking around. Okay, I mean, this is absolutely 100% true. And if you want my opinion, that's why Trump is trying his damnedest to do everything he can to prevent what the fuck's going on. I mean, that's why he's trying to incept the idea that if anything comes out with his name, that the Democrats put that there. That's what they're trying to suggest. All right. And let's go ahead and take a look. All right, here is a video of Donald Trump back in 1991. And he's there with John Casablanca. This was a modeling, kind of, judging. This is pre the actual pageant. And, Trump was looking at chicks that were as young as 14 years old here.
Interviews designed to help our judges discover what makes each one special.
Your 5-9 reading.
There's John Casablanca.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amy.
The concentration was intense inside the judging room.
What if they don't like you as you are?
And out.
I'm just so excited.
Each girl was considered not only for her beauty and poise, but also for her personality and that indefinable
something extra that makes a top model.
Anyway, by the way, I think this is John Casablanca right here. John Casablanca. By the way, John Casablanca was busted for, having sexual affairs with these 14, 15-year-olds and did time in prison. And then once he got out of prison, it was around the time, in my opinion, that Trump was considering having some kind of aspirations to run for president, and Casablanca's died of like super cancer or some shit. And then there was another guy that was a part of this whole network from Trump, Epstein, John Casablanca, a guy by the name of Brunel. And Brunel, you can look this guy up. He supplied, the Epstein girls from Europe. Okay, look up Brunel. Brunel is now dead, and he's been suicided. So everybody that's been a part of this, vast network of Epstein supplying the parties and the ability to be able to host, these elites, to Trump being able to, and not just Trump. I mean, it's Trump, Casablanca, because Casablanca and Brunel supplied Trump with the models to the, teenage beauty pageants. And it was Ghislaine Maxwell that would go and groom these chicks. And how did Ghislaine Maxwell groom these chicks? Ghislaine Maxwell would go and have, lesbian affairs with them. And then it would go from that to, a three-way with her and Epstein. And then it went from that to grooming these chicks to suggest that, look, this is what we do. I mean, that's why we get to fly on the jets. We get to go to the islands. We get this. We get that. And she groomed these chicks into believing that this is what you do. These were impressionable young chicks. Many of them, believe it or not, were from the poor part of Palm Beach. And where is Palm Beach? Where Mar-a-Lago is. And why did Trump kick out fucking Epstein? Because Epstein at that time, if you take a look at the year in which Trump kicked out Epstein, it was the time in which he was being investigated by the feds. And it was getting too close to Trump, so he kicked them the fuck out. All right? So give me a fucking break. I'm just saying, let's go back to the fucking video of the Franklin cover-up. But I'm just saying, dude, why do you think I don't want to do True Capitalist Radio anymore? Okay? This shit is unbelievable. And it doesn't matter what side you try to appeal to, the left or the right. Everybody is so polarized. We're at the stage of demoralization to where we can't draw rational conclusions because the state, which is ran by Trump and his surrogates, are dishing out so much disinformation that nobody knows what to believe anymore. And that's why every fucking day it's Obama, let's arrest him. Of course, Trump wasn't going to arrest him because his fucking Supreme Court ruled last summer that presidents have immunity when they're in office. So what did he do? He came out recently and said, I can't arrest Obama. He's throwing out everything in order to deviate people's consciousness from this very serious situation. So anyway, it's not looking good. All right? It's absolutely not looking good. And look, I'd be the first one to say arrest Obama, but not because of whatever Russian hoax that Obama did. Obama ruined this country. Obama put more than half of America on entitlements. All right? More than half of America doesn't work and they collect a government fucking check, for Christ's sake. That happened during Obama. That's why that piece of shit should be in jail, in my opinion. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to cross the streams. But anyway, more beer, all right? More beer! All right? Sorry I'm crossing the streams here. I just want people to know that I'm not an idiot, all right?
And people in
put the PC shot
very,
on.
very high places of power. There are accusations that the Boys Town staff were complicit with this, or at the very least, they were willfully ignorant. King had close ties to Boys Town. He made donations and reportedly visited frequently. Why would he do that?
Dude, what's scary about all this is that now I'm starting to believe that we truly are ran by people who operate in either dealing with partaking in sexual abuse with minors, whether male or female, and that's what keeps the highest level of whatever the elite is. That's what keeps everybody in line. Blackmail. And that's the only thing I can deduce after everything that I've learned.
Now, Benassi was diagnosed with what we now call dissociative identity disorder, but used to be called multiple personality disorder.
I'm sorry.
Likely because of the intense abuse that he suffered in his youth. Remember that, it will come up later. But he wasn't just ranting in vague terms. He gave specific details, names, locations, hotels, flight paths, rituals, clothing. He claimed he was taken to New York, LA, and Washington, D.C. to be trafficked. He claimed he was at parties with high-level businessmen and politicians. And he remembered a photographer named Rusty Nelson who allegedly documented all of this for blackmail purposes.
Yep.
In 1986, a 17-year-old girl and her mother filed a police report with the Omaha Police Department related to Rusty Nelson. They alleged that Nelson had approached the girl to take photographs for her for a European modeling portfolio.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
Went to his apartment, and over the course of the 5-hour session, he made inappropriate comments about the underage girl and attempted to convince her to remove her clothing.
Give me a drink.
And the mother reported that while in his apartment, she had noticed photographs of nude individuals who she believed to be minors. During the interaction with the girls, Nelson claimed that he was self-employed, but also made reference to a man who he called the boss. 9 days later, the Omaha police went to Nelson's apartment and found that it had been entirely vacated. Now, what's interesting there is that the name on the lease of the apartment that Nelson was staying in at the Twin Towers building in Omaha, Nebraska, was in the name of Lawrence King.
Of course.
Not only did King rent that apartment, he also rented the penthouse
Ram Ranch
apartment
Cowboy
of the Twin
shit
Towers.
dono. Dude, listen, I know this is a little feels bad man dono, but I think this is a conversation we need to have. And look, we've been all goofed, okay? I mean, y'all remember Andrew Breitbart, right? Andrew Breitbart, this whole reason why you have Breitbart News is it's named after that guy. And for all those that don't know who this dude is, Andrew Breitbart was one of the biggest antagonizers of Obama, the left wing. I mean, he was unbelievable. All right. Now, one of the things that he tweeted right before he died, and he was heart attacked, was something that he said about John Podesta. And as everybody remembers, during the 2016 election, John Podesta was a focal point in the conspiracy world when it came to, Pizzagate. And he let out a very interesting tweet about trafficking in relation to John Podesta. And I'm just trying to let everybody know that I'm trying to look for the tweet now. Of course, they're trying to bury it. They're trying to bury this shit. But look for it for yourself. I know I'm stream crossing here. I mean, even the AI is like, hey, the tweet that contains harmful, unsubstantiated accusations. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Hold on, let me try one more here. Let me see if I can outwit the algorithm here. No, man, they're trying to cover that shit up, man. I used to retweet that, and everybody thought, here he goes again. All right, put the PC shut and play the rest of this. Once again, 15 and a half inches of
low-hanging fruit. When asked about this, King claimed he had heard about the allegations against Nelson and had kicked him out of the apartment. When asked
kick
about
everybody
King,
who
the
says
owner of the
ZZZ
building
out of here. Kick
claimed
him out of
that
here.
he was
Kick 'em all
very
out.
heavily involved in
Kick 'em
drug
all
trade
out of here.
and had a penchant for young boys. Nelson was not indicted on these charges and disappeared for a few years, but don't worry, he'll come back. Of the accusers that Caradori found
all I'm hearing is this asshole talk. Why don't you show some shit? I don't want to see you in your shitty ass kitchen, dude, with your faux fucking granite countertop and your fucking substandard goddamn piece of shit stove, dude. I don't want to see this shit. All right? With your, hey, I just went fucking bass fishing fucking shirt and your fucking, your tank top that should be on a chick. Can you, come on! All this because
he can name
50
names,
and a half inches of pure imagination
locations.
dropped a hundo.
He was driven
on
around
this,
town by Caradori, physically shown where these abuses had taken place. These witness statements were stacking up, and
but I wish this
Caradori
was
and
produced
Schmidt
a little better.
were unsure
I'll be honest.
how to proceed because
Oh yeah, by the way, did you know that Epstein introduced Melania to Trump? Bet you didn't know that.
of how closely
Give me a
tied
drink.
the alleged abusers were within the politics and policing of Omaha. They needed hard evidence to bring these men down.
An arrogant bastard said, pretty
And
sure the
that's
base
when
department
the
a second
victims
ago posted
suggested
something about Maui.
he go visit Rusty Nelson,
I'll take a look at it in a minute,
the photographer who documented it all. In July of 1990, Caradori flew himself and his 8-year-old son in a single-engine plane to Chicago, Illinois, to meet with a confidential source. Now, that confidential source is not named in any official records, but Nelson himself claims that it was him
Oh,
that
shit!
Caradori was meeting
God,
with.
I fucking hate when fucking YouTube does that. Anyway, Melania said that she never met Epstein. Give me a fucking break, dude. There's plethora of pictures of her. Give me a break.
Caradori brought his son with him because after he met with his source, the two were going to attend the MLB All-Star Game being held that evening. After he met with his source, he made a phone call to
I
Senator
absolutely
Lauren
cannot
Schmidt,
stand
claiming that he had everything.
the way this is presented.
He had the evidence.
I cannot stand
That
this
evening,
shit.
he and his son attended the baseball game.
Give me a drink.
After the baseball game had ended, they got back to their plane to begin their return flight to Nebraska in the early hours of the next morning.
Oh, wait a minute. Michael Wolff, by the way, is the guy that's leaking all the shit because he had he has fucking hundreds of hours because he spent a lot of time with Epstein. And he said that Epstein actually produced, and he said this today. I don't know. Look up Michael Wolff. He's the guy that's the editor-in-chief of Newsweek, by the way. Michael Wolff said that Epstein showed him pictures of him with Trump with little what looked like teenage girls and a stain on his shorts, which by the way, or his pants or whatever, which by the way is Obama poem when Obama was supposedly at an accidental college, by the way.
Morning.
Stain on my shorts. Look up Obama poem stain on my shorts.
Guess what happened?
Not kidding.
Witnesses claim they saw a flash. And over Illinois, the plane disintegrated in midair.
Yeah, that's what happens, yeah.
No flight recorder was ever recovered, and no evidence of mechanical failure ever surfaced. Apparently, all of the evidence was destroyed in the crash, because despite the fact that his son's backpack had been discovered,
that happens to a lot of people in politics,
the
and
briefcase
that's what happens.
that Caradori carried with him everywhere, which those close to him insisted he would have kept the evidence inside of, was never found. Gary Caradori's wife.
Same thing happened to a Democrat right after 9/11 named Paul Wellstone. Look up Paul Wellstone, okay? Paul Wellstone was a senator that was in opposition to the direction post 9/11. Remember, Bush wanted to go into Afghanistan, wanted to go into Iraq, and this guy was the only Democrat. He was semi-senior. He was like a mid-level senior Democrat that didn't want to do it. And Paul Wellstone's fucking plane crashed, conveniently enough. And that's why every Democrat, believe it or not, every Democrat after 9/11, with the exception, I think, of Bernie Sanders, I don't think Ron Paul voted for it. I think there was one more person that didn't vote for the Iraq war. Look up Paul Wellstone, dude. I mean, we're in the day and age of fucking AI, Bog. I get it. You know what, Bog? You've mentioned that you're like a middle-aged piece of prostate-infected shit. I get it. You're a lazy fuck. But we got fucking AI. Look up Paul Wellstone plane crash, you fucking piece of shit. Play it.
And Senator Schmidt
fucking
were convinced
moron.
he was assassinated.
And by the way, there is a YouTube live stream where look up Paul Wellstone crash analyzed NTSB, a bunch of old farts that are retired pilots and NTSB investigators. They went over the Paul Wellstone crash, and even they have assessed that there was something nefarious afoot,
as was nearly
Just
anyone
saying.
else who was following the case.
Give me a drink.
The day after the plane crash, the FBI raided Caradori's office with subpoenas for all of the evidence that he had collected.
Of course. Kind of like what's going on now. Jesus Christ. Kind of like
the day
what's
after
going on now.
The plane crash, the FBI raided Caradori's office with subpoenas for all of the evidence that he had collected.
Yep.
The day after, the committee hired former director of the CIA, William Colby, to investigate the accident. Colby had been in a bit of hot water in
Colby was suicided himself.
the past for kind of letting the veil slide a bit.
Yes, by the way, I'm glad he brings this up. This William Colby was a CIA director that let certain things out of the bag when it came to the CIA's capabilities of being able to assassinate people and shit like that. And he ended up fucking dead in a fucking canoe down a river somewhere. I'm not even joking.
On some of the things the CIA was up to.
Not even kidding.
And allegedly, he warned Senator Schmidt to be careful what he looked into. He found no
Why don't you
wrongdoing.
play it?
Because of course he didn't. Shortly after Caradori's death,
Fucking
both
tard.
Troy Boner and Danny King recanted everything that they had said.
Give me a smoke.
For no reason whatsoever, I'm sure. They claimed that Alicia Owen had told them to make it all up. The Franklin Committee was dissolved and a federal grand jury was convened. Despite the mounting evidence, reports from multiple victims, credit union reports, ties to Boys Town in D.C., the jury concluded that it was all a hoax.
Whoa! Doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't this sound familiar?
That the victims were lying.
God.
It was simple. No trafficking had occurred. None of the accused were ever convicted of
Unbelievable.
abuse. There were only 2 convictions made by the jury. One to Lawrence King Jr. For the financial crimes he had committed, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison. And the other to Alicia Owens, one of the accusers. She was also sentenced to 15 years in prison, but she was convicted of perjury for refusing to recant her statements that she had made previously.
There you go.
She was called a liar.
There it is.
And a perjurer, and sentenced to 15 years in prison, despite the fact that none of her claims were ever disproven. Was Alicia Owens imprisoned to serve as a warning to any others who dared step forward?
Look, and cheers to 15 and a half inches of pure imagination. This kind of shit has been going on for a long time. And in my opinion, whenever anybody gets too vocal about it, people get killed. All right? I could give you a whole plethora of different instances. You know, there was a congressman by the name of Barney Frank. Does anybody remember Barney Frank? He was a open homosexual representative and then became senator out of Massachusetts in the 80s, all right? And he had a place in Washington, D.C., where he stayed with his gay lover, and his gay lover had a lot of little Twinkie boy friends. And what ended up happening was it was uncovered that Barney Frank was...
I'd buy that for $1.
Barney Frank was actually running a gay escort prostitution ring out of Washington, D.C., out of his apartment. Nothing came about it. I could give you another instance. Look up the Johnny Gosch situation. Never mind. You know what? I shouldn't even be saying this, dude. This is why I don't do True Capitalist Radio, because nobody cares. You could say that, look, people don't even give a shit. People don't even care. All right, put the PC shot on. We've got the base department. Latest news from Maui that people who are trying to evacuate to higher ground can't because Oprah won't open up her private road that leads up to higher ground. The main road is gridlocked, and this bitch can't be asked to open her private road to save people. I don't know if that's true. That's fucking base department's claim, all right? And then we got 15 and a half inches of pure imagination that donated the video that we just saw. I am skeptical that Trump was involved in the Epstein trafficking, because if he was, the Democrats would have... Listen, 15 and a half inches, they can't. The Democrats, there were a lot of people that donated, that were a part of the Democratic Party, that partook in this shit. I mean, we already know Bill Clinton. And, dude, Bill Clinton... The Clintons have been untouchable. They have been untouchable since a episode called Mena, Arkansas. The Mena, Arkansas situation. As a matter of fact, if you want to know about Mena, Arkansas and what it is, there is a Tom Cruise movie called American Made, in which it discusses what the fuck Mena, Arkansas was about. And what it was an operation in which Mena, Arkansas was a private airport, runway, hangar, that sort of thing. And because Bill Clinton at the time was the governor, he allowed the CIA to operate this clandestine operation out of Mena, Arkansas, which was ran by a guy by the name of Barry Seal. That's why, American Made is a very important movie to look at. And guess what? I bet you didn't even know that fucking Tom Cruise, of all people, acted in that movie. He depicts Barry Seal. Barry Seal was co-opted by the CIA because he was a very risque pilot that was willing to go in and out of very risque areas in order to drop, CIA wanted him to drop weapons into certain areas like Nicaragua, because Nicaragua was having a revolution in which the people that we had there, that were controlling Nicaragua, which was a guy by the name of General Blandón, he was overthrown by the leftist revolutionaries. So the CIA wanted a counter-revolution or a contra, and they couldn't fund it. Because if they wanted to fund it and the black operations that they wanted to partake into Nicaragua, it would have congressional oversight. So how they were able to obtain revenue in order to not just do the counter-revolution of Nicaragua, but also other operations within the region, which I don't want to care to discuss, was through what happened in Mena, Arkansas, in which the CIA threw weapons to not just the General Blandón Contra revolutionaries, but also to the Medellin cartel. We dropped off weapons to the Medellin cartel, which was, Pablo Escobar and those motherfuckers. And they gave us cocaine. And cocaine was able to be transported from South America into Mena, Arkansas. Once it got to Mena, Arkansas, it was distributed by a brother by the name of Freeway Ricky Ross. And I'm not talking about the fucking acting fucking rapper. Anyway, I'm saying too much, dude. I don't even know why. I don't even want to fucking bringing this up. But anyway, 15 and a half inches of pure imagination. There are a lot of Democrats that were senior Democrats that were a part of this Epstein bullshit. And the Democrats at the time, given their political stance, they didn't want to sell these people out. But now that the Democrats are in a different, they're in a renewal. Like, they don't know whether they're going to be progressive. They don't know whether they're going to be centrist. They're willing to sacrifice the Clintons. And by the way, John Kerry, I think, is on that list. There's a bunch of senior Democrats and people that donate to the Democrats that are a part of this. They're willing to sacrifice that in order to take down Trump. And that's why Joe Biden didn't release it, because it would take down the senior Democrats and shit, dude. You know what I mean? Now the Democrats are in a position where they don't care. They don't give a shit. Like, hey, take the Clintons, take all the old guard. We don't give a fuck. So that's where we're at in America today, all right? 15 and a half inch fucking pure imagination. That's where we're at. That's why Trump is doing everything he can to prevent anything from coming out. And Jimmy Powell hooked it up with a buy me a coffee, and he said, hey, Ghost, my buddy had me watch The Beach recently with Leonardo DiCaprio. And they were on Thailand Pot Farm or whatever. That was an overrated fucking movie, dude. That was a stupid movie, if you want my opinion. That was post-Titanic, and it sucked. And what is this? Wait a minute. 3 shows since you banned me. Well, you know what, Purple Juice? I'm sorry. I'll get you right now. Hold on just a second, dude. All right? I'll get you in a minute, all right? I'm doing shit. I don't know if you know that right now. I'm having a fucking show over here. And Base Department said this is supposed to be what's going on right now in Maui. Here it is. Put the PC shot on. It's very, I'm sure everybody wants to go to higher ground, man. I mean, I'd hate to be on an island like that, dude. Our thoughts and prayers are to those folks, man. We got Arrogant Bastard. I could believe and think of it this way, Ghost. That fat bitch started to buy up land after the fire happened in Hawaii, so that shit wouldn't be a surprise at all. We can talk about that later. I mean, we're getting into too many conspiracy theories here, all right? And Schofield Rex, go fuck yourself, all right? And hold on, Gino X said a bunch of quakes are popping off. Maybe this is the big one, man. Maybe it's actually nuclear weapons, and they're just trying to say, it's a fucking this, it's that. Come on, man. Look, this is a what-if scenario, Gino. All right, yeah. This was released like a long time ago. We get it. There's like, this is all the what they call the Ring of Fire, where there's like 2 or 3 tectonic plates that reach in this region. So if there's a shift in one, there's going to be a shift in a lot of them. So that's why, it's come on, man. Does anybody fucking go to school anymore or some shit, man? And diarrhea explosion bubble bath. Hi, Dad. I just wanted to congratulate you on your new level of fame recently. I knew you already know, but there's a trend on Roblox where trolls are stream sniping Twitch streamers on the Blair N-word, and the N-word that they're spamming is none other than Dad's iconic N-word scream. It's truly insane seeing Dad break out of the spotlight like this and hearing him in the mainstream meme. Dad's millions of people. It's crazy. We're proud of you, Dad. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, here is the most famous clip that's got several 100 million views, but it got taken down. But I found a YouTube short that uploaded it. They're speaking hard facts. Dad breaks into fame. Well, look, I don't want to be famous. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Time.
Put the PC shot on. What is this?
I can't believe, bro. Oh my god. Really? Look.
Dude!
This is the same toes in chat.
No!
That is Timmy Toes. Time. I can't believe, bro. Oh my god.
Dude.
Really?
Stop doing this to me, dude. Please, dude. Stop doing this to me. I don't want to be known for that. Who the fuck wants to be known for that, man? God. Dude, all this blood, sweat, and tears that I do for these live shows, you all know, man. Come on. You all know all the blood, sweat, and tears that I do for this show. And this is what I'm going to be known for, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Fuck all of you people. And hold on, what is this? Cold hard facts. What the fuck? Cold hard facts of what? Hold on just a second. What? Hold on, what is this shit? What is this?
Today, as a collective, we all found out that the minimum wage needs to be $66 today in order to match the buying power of the minimum wage that boomers had in the 1970s.
Oh my god.
And me.
Can you just stop fucking making excuses, you dumb cunt?
I'd buy that for $1.
Hold on, Jimmy Powell. Hold on just a sec. I'm tired of fucking these pieces of shit making fucking excuses. I'm tired of it. And Jimmy Powell, some of those guys in Grunville Safeway had very short shorts, and it looked like they trimmed their leg hair, leg edged out of the bald spots and shit. Is that what they do? I know you've done extensive research. Any help would be appreciated. Dude, I don't fucking know.
Derek,
right?
together ruined
I
millions
don't
of
know.
people's days. We're in it together, though, because my day was ruined as well. Thank you, Derek. We all say in unison. But somebody decided to very kindly return the favor and remind us that said boomers who, give us a very hard time about our lattes and avocado toasts.
Listen, avocado toast, I saw at a joint. As a matter of fact, I think I saw it at the Tesla fucking diner that was $15 for like one piece of toast with some fucking avocado whatever on it. And the lattes are like 12 or 15 bucks themselves. So if you're doing that daily, you're fucking dropping about a 30 or 40 spot. Great.
And that, we just don't want to work.
You don't.
They are currently living off of Social Security. And
yeah, guess what? Those people had to work to get it, you dumb fucking high forehead son of a bitch.
Who is funding said Social Security?
Me. They paid into it, you dumb cunt.
I I'd buy that for $1.
Oh God, dude. I mean, look, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm taking this off. I don't want to talk about politics anymore, dude. All right. The whole reason why I don't want to do, True Capitalist Radio is because the American people have become a threat to America's national security. And then you've got this fucking president deporting all the fucking people that are productive and shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. And then you've got Trump surrogates like that piece of shit Jack Posobiec and that piece of shit Charlie Kirk say, "Oh, America is the people." No, it's not. America, this land is not the people. It's the Constitution. All right? That's what we swear an oath to. That's what everybody that's upholding any level of authority swears authority to. And the fact that we're sitting here trying to suggest that this fucking president or any president can supersede the Constitution is really the tragedy of what is happening in our current society. The fucking America is not the people. It's the Constitution. It's the Constitution. Piece of shit. And what is this? GTR 1 Fresh? What the fuck is this? Dude, please stop. Who's doing all this, dude?
You got your account back. Hey, let's go.
Dude, who the fuck's doing this?
You got your account back. Hey, let's go. Stop, bro.
You got Crazy T? Okay, tell us.
Bro, this dance knuckle lamber.
Kidding me?
I can't believe, bro. Oh my god. Oh, please?
Please stop with this. Don't do this. Stop. Did she say ghost politics?
100% into something that
you're
even
fucking
there, that you don't
impersonating
see. And
me.
there are proof, and there are facts.
Keep on nice guy! Keep on nice guy! Keep on nice guy!
Dude, I don't like what's going on here, dude. I shouldn't be going through this, man, all right? I deserve more respect, man. That's why I don't do the fucking Dateline anymore. Don't you understand that?